For those who have been following me for a while, know that I have been building another motion control rig for an animation project. This rig is a simple motorised slider that I've called Rigby that plugs into my motion control power pack, which I use for my bigger rig, which is called Dave. Now, the rig was originally an unpowered slider that I bought on clearance from a company called Ooznest that sells CNC machines, extrusion, electronics, and a whole host of project parts. I then simply just added a belt to the slider, bolted on a motor bracket, and added the motor that I nicked from Dave, which was due to budgetary reasons. This rig can do longer tracking movements than Dave can. It's lighter and slimmer, meaning that it can be rigged in more ways than Dave can. The first real test Rigby had was working on a fellow animator's short film. During the production, it was modified for specific shots in a way that the bigger rig couldn't be, making it more modular and adaptable, which I thought was pretty cool. However, as this film is doing the festival circuit, I won't be able to show you these shots yet, but once I've done more animation with the rig, I'll be putting together a show reel of the shots that have been created using it. As I mentioned earlier, this rig had a tighter budget than my other ones, so corners were unfortunately cut. Swapping and using parts from the other rig was a good way of keeping the costs down and saving time, as I didn't need to wait for parts to come through the post. Now, the pros of this rig are it's lighter and more compact than the bigger one that I've made before, as I mentioned earlier, meaning it can fit in a lot of places that the big rig just can't. It also has a lot more travel for tracking shots and can even be rigged upside down, which is something I don't even think you can do with Dave because the rig itself is so heavy. The cons of the rig is that it only has the one axis, and that the gantry, the bit that the camera travels on, is very heavy, and that's because the motor is mounted on the gantry along with the camera. Originally, I wanted this rig to be able to do vertical shots, so you could stand it upright and the camera could travel up and down. However, it couldn't support the weight of the gantry and the motor. In the future, I'll be overhauling the rig and changing the mechanics of how it works so it can be more versatile and work more efficiently, as there is a lot of belt slip if you don't tension the belt correctly. I will be working on making its own electronics so it can be operated on its own, and hopefully I'll be buying more parts when the budget comes in, so the rig will have its own motor and will work completely on its own. That's pretty much it for this really short video. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, I hope you have a nice day, and I'll be making more projects in the future, so please subscribe if you'd like to see those.